Anthony Joshua just dropped a bomb on Snapchat, and fans are going wild. He's posted fresh footage of himself back in training again. Check it out on screen. The man's in full motion. You can see him throwing sharp combos on the pads, working those TRX straps like he never left, and even tearing it up on the spin bike. The energy's electric. And right under the clip, Joshua wrote something that's got people talking. Mental strength therapy. That's deep. It's not just about lifting weights or breaking a sweat. This is about rebuilding from the inside out. You can literally feel the focus in every move he makes. Let's be real. Physical fitness does more than build muscle. It rebuilds your mindset. Anyone who's ever gone for a hard run or hit the gym after a rough day knows that feeling. It clears your head, gives your power back, and reminds you who you are. So seeing Joshua grind like this again, it's inspiring. You can tell he's not just training his body, he's working on his spirit too. The champ's on a mission, and it looks like nothing's stopping him this time. Exercise like that, or honestly any kind of workout, is absolutely essential. It's not just about staying fit, it's about keeping your head straight too. But here's where things start to get really interesting. Anthony Joshua didn't just work out, he posted that footage himself on Snapchat. Fans noticed something curious right after. Someone from his camp, part of the Pat Man's Element group, shared a screenshot of AJ reading a book. Yeah, you heard that right, reading a book. Now, people started wondering what the caption meant. The details are fuzzy, but what's clear is that AJ was deep in thought, focused, and probably sending a quiet message. That combo, the training clip and the book shot, has fans trying to decode what's really going on with him. And let's be honest, when AJ posts something, it's rarely random. He's not the type to throw up content for no reason. So if he's sharing these moments, mental and physical, you know he's trying to show a shift in mindset, maybe even a new chapter in his life. Of course, it's worth noting this was from AJ's own Snapchat, and yeah, it's definitely his. You can always tell by the personal stuff he drops now and then. Those little glimpses into his real life make the whole thing feel authentic, like he's letting fans see a side of him we don't usually get. You can always tell when something's really from AJ himself, and this one feels legit. The vibe, the way it's shot, even the angle, that's straight from his own phone. It's not like those polished Instagram or X posts where you're never sure if it's him or just his PR team doing the work. But when it comes to Snapchat, that's personal territory. That's Anthony Joshua unfiltered. Now here's the big question. Could that footage actually be from his old training camp before the rumored Jake Paul fight? Because if you listen closely, one of the pad men in the background definitely sounds Eastern European. That's not just anyone holding those pads. That's a trained ear, a distinct accent, and it immediately raises eyebrows. And remember, Joshua was working with Team EC back then, a full Eastern European setup. His main trainer at the time, Igor, or possibly Eeyore, was leading the charge. The energy in that camp was something else. All business, no distractions. So now everyone's wondering, is this a throwback from that intense camp, or is Joshua secretly gearing up for something new behind the scenes? Whatever it is, that man looks focused, locked in, and ready for another war. We all remember the reports. Anthony Joshua's accident looked rough at first. You could see the pain on his face when he stepped out of that wrecked car, and for a moment, fans were seriously worried. But soon after, word came out that his injuries were only minor. No surgery, no major setbacks, just some aches and bruises. That alone was a huge relief for everyone following his journey. By the time New Year's rolled around, AJ was already back in the UK, moving around again. He even uploaded that touching photo, the one with his late friend's parents, showing respect after such a tragic loss. That picture said a lot about where his heart and mind were, calm, reflective, and grateful to still be standing. Physically, it seems he's doing fine. The man looks strong, steady, and focused. But here's where the real mystery hits. Is that new training footage something fresh from today, or is it from a few weeks back, maybe even a month ago? Because if it's current, then AJ's comeback isn't just talk, It's happening right now. And let's be real, even if it's old footage, the message is clear. AJ is not ready to step away. Whether it's boxing, conditioning, or just keeping that fighter's edge, he's clearly in grind mode again. Especially after all the headlines last week and the buzz building around him. It's looking more and more like AJ's plotting something big behind the curtain. So I caught that clip straight off 505. That's where the screenshot came from. And honestly, the talk surrounding AJ this past week has been all over the place. First, there were reports that his uncle supposedly said Joshua was planning to retire. That hit the internet fast and had everyone spinning. But just as quick, others came forward saying, no, that's not true. AJ isn't done. It's been a storm of mixed messages ever since. Then came the other side, people insisting he's already plotting a comeback. Some even claimed it's confirmed that AJ's back in training. But funny enough, there's been no official word from his camp to back that up. It's chaos out there, rumors flying left and right, everyone trying to guess the next move.
At the end of the day, though, it's AJ's call. Eddie Hearn said it best, give him time. That's exactly what he needs right now. Time to heal, to think, to reset. But if those new images and clips mean anything, they're hinting that he's definitely dipping back into that boxing grind. Maybe not full fight prep yet, but the hunger's clearly back. And let's not forget the plan that was originally in motion. AJ was supposed to take out Jake Paul, which he did, and then gear up for another fight in March. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury was lined up to fight in April, though his opponent's still a mystery. If those timelines start syncing again, fans might just see the heavyweight scene light up like never before. That so-called takeover fight that was supposed to happen? Yeah, forget it. That's not going down anymore. No matter what AJ decides next, one thing's clear. He's not fighting in March. That idea is done and dusted. We could stick a fork in it right now. There's just no way the timing works after everything that's happened. But here's what's got people talking. This latest footage, these training clips, they've got fans and insiders thinking AJ's gearing up for a future comeback. Not anytime soon, though. Nothing in the next couple of months. But maybe, just maybe after summer or toward the end of the year, we might see him lace up the gloves again. The way he's easing back into things screams long-term planning. Honestly, I've said it before. After that tough fight with Dubois, I thought AJ might call it a career. He'd been through injuries, long layoffs, and this was before the car crash even happened. So at the time, retirement seemed like the smart move, especially with how much his body had already endured. Still, if there's one fight that could pull him back in, it's a shot at Tyson Fury. That's the one that keeps the fire alive. But if that matchup doesn't happen, maybe stepping away for good wouldn't be the worst choice either. Either way, the man's legacy is solid, and if he does decide to return later this year, it's going to shake up the heavyweight scene all over again. I'll be honest, after that loss, I really started questioning AJ's mindset. How was he going to bounce back from that kind of defeat? It wasn't just the result, it was how it all went down. His energy on fight night felt off, and you could tell something wasn't clicking. When me and Ade did that look back, it was clear. Dubois walked into that ring like a man on a mission, while AJ seemed unsure, almost caught between confidence and confusion. It was tough to watch for fans who've seen him at his best. That's why I kept wondering, how do you mentally recover from a night like that? How do you rebuild when the world's watching, waiting to see if you still got it? But then came the Jake Paul fight, and boom! AJ stepped back in there, handled business, and showed flashes of the old fire again. That win wasn't just about beating Jake, it was about proving something to himself. After that, he made it loud and clear. His eyes were locked on Tyson Fury. And even though they've only crossed paths briefly way back in the early days, AJ's confidence about facing Fury never faded. He's always believed he could take him, even before he hit superstardom. Now, Fury's no fool. He knows AJ's dangerous. He's always wanted to stay the clear A side, the top dog, because deep down, he recognizes what everyone else does, that even now, Anthony Joshua is still one of the biggest risks in the heavyweight division. I've always believed that if AJ keeps fighting, the Fury road is the one he needs to travel down. That's the showdown that defines legacies. But man, what happened recently? That tragedy? It's beyond words. You wouldn't wish that kind of pain on your worst enemy. The loss, the heartbreak those families are feeling, and what AJ himself has had to go through. It's absolutely devastating. I was just talking with a guy at work about it the other day, and we both said the same thing. Situations like that change how you see everything. Because let's be real, most of us will never step into a boxing ring for real combat. I've trained before, sure, but never had that level of discipline to live it full time. And seeing fighters like AJ who commit their lives to this grind makes you respect it even more. You start realizing how different these people are. I've seen fighters who never got the big paydays, never had sponsorships or fame, still waking up before dawn to do a full day's job and then heading straight to the gym 5 or 6 nights a week. No excuses, no shortcuts. That's next level hunger right there. It's remarkable, the mindset, the mental toughness, the fire. Fighters are built differently. It's like something switches on inside them that the rest of us just don't have. They push through pain, loss, exhaustion, and still show up the next day ready to fight again. For people like me or anyone watching from the outside who's maybe dabbled in boxing but never went pro, it's humbling to see what true dedication looks like. It makes you understand why someone like AJ keeps coming back, because fighting isn't just what he does, it's who he is. Some people go through life without ever facing that kind of tragedy, but when you look at what happened to AJ, you can't help but ask, how do you come back from that? The accident alone was heavy, and mentally that kind of moment can break even the strongest. But for fighters, sometimes it does the opposite. It lights a fire deep inside.
Those two men who passed were close to AJ, not just friends, but part of his circle, his team. Losing them must have hit hard, and maybe, just maybe, that loss is what's pushing him to get back in the ring. Not for fame, not for money, not even for a world title, but for them. It could be about honoring their memory, carrying their spirit with him every time he trains, every time he throws a punch. It's possible that AJ's seeing things differently now. Maybe before, it was all about chasing Tyson Fury or stacking up that generational wealth, because let's face it, when someone throws that kind of money your way, it's hard to say no. But now it feels deeper. This comeback might be personal, not about proving anything to fans or critics, but fighting for the memory of the people he lost. And that kind of motivation can transform a fighter completely, like Hatman mentioned when he brought up Buster Douglas. Different story, same heart. When pain turns into purpose, it can drive someone to reach levels they never thought possible. AJ might just be channeling that same kind of energy right now, the kind that turns heartbreak into history. Buster Douglas went through heartbreak of his own, losing his mother before that legendary night in Tokyo. Completely different circumstances, of course, but the emotional weight behind it was massive. And what we saw that night, that was Buster Douglas like we never seen him before. Even Mike Tyson admitted it. Douglas fought out of his mind that night, sharp, focused, and fearless. He'd always been a skilled fighter, no doubt about it, but the mental side had held him back until that night. That loss gave him something powerful to fight for. He wasn't just swinging for a title, he was fighting for his mother's memory, the woman he loved most. You could feel it in every punch, every round. That man was carrying his heart into the ring. When he finally pulled off the upset and became heavyweight champion of the world, the moment was unforgettable. Standing there in the ring with Larry Merchant, Douglas broke down, not from the glory of being champion, but from pure emotion for his mom. When Merchant asked how he managed to do it, Douglas simply said, "My mother, God bless her heart." Right then, the tears poured out. It was real, raw, human. Moments like that show how pain can push a fighter beyond limits. And maybe that's exactly where AJ's head is now. That mental strength therapy caption he posted says it all. This isn't just about training, it's healing through motion, fighting through grief, and finding strength in the memory of those he's lost. 100%. I stand by that no matter what, rain or shine, good day or bad. Getting out and moving your body is one of the best things you can do. Whether it's going for a run, hitting the bag, or even a light workout, it clears your head and gives you strength when life gets heavy. The hardest part is always starting, especially when things aren't going right. But once you push through that first step, it changes everything. That's why seeing AJ back in the gym, even if it's just light training, is such a good sign. It's therapy in motion. And honestly, if someone asked me right now, do you think he'll make a comeback? I'd say yeah, probably. Maybe not tomorrow, but the hunger's still in there. Whatever direction he chooses, comeback or retirement, I'll back him all the way because the man's earned that respect. Anthony Joshua's story is still being written, and this might just be the start of a new chapter. Whether he fights again or simply focuses on rebuilding his mind and body, one thing's certain, he's still inspiring people to keep pushing no matter how tough things get. Drop your opinions in the comments and tell me what you think AJ's next move should be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and keep those notifications on so you don't miss what's coming next.